I'm waiting for the stream to get started here. It is a nice day outside. Okay, so it looks like the stream is started. And I do have a little bit of warning for all you guys hopping into the recording here. I have no idea what I'm going to do today. So for those of you that have been following my remixing from, or my track from scratch series actually, last time I streamed, I said I was going to send out my track and see if I could get a vocalist for that. I haven't done that yet, and it's for good reason. Last week I basically disappeared off the internet because I was just so swamped with stuff. I wasn't answering any questions. I wasn't really I didn't post any videos. Oh, let me scoot my microphone back here. I didn't post any videos, and it was just like complete chaos for me. I was doing tons of stuff, and I just couldn't. I didn't have any time to put towards the channel. So I apologize for that. And that said, I didn't get a chance to send it out. I'm gonna send out the track today. As opposed to, hopefully later today. I'm actually sending it out today because I just finished most of my stuff that I was actually worrying about and being completely consumed with. So pretty much now all I have left is I need to register for classes, and then that's the last of my big things that I need to worry about. So registering for classes for next semester is going to be a pain in the butt, but it's only going to take me an hour, and once I'm done with that, there's like nothing else I could do with it. So I just get to wait until fall, and then I get to manage more of it. So that's going to be done pretty quick later today. And then, like I said, I will send out my track, and then hopefully we'll be able to get a vocalist for that. Once again, sincerely apologize that I said, hopefully next stream we'll be able to have the vocals. But like I said, I just got chaotically busy, and I didn't have any time to do anything for the channel. I wasn't even able to post up a regular video. So sincerely apologize for that, but now that's out of the way, let's get into this. So what I have right here is a track that I actually started making a while back, and I figured today, because like originally when I made this track, the drop kind of sucked. It didn't really suck, it just didn't fit, because it was like an electro drop for something that should be a progressive drop. So that said, I made another one here. This is basically the same project, except it's the anthem mix of it. So that's what I'm going to be working on today, because I finished the last remix. I could pull that up later and show you guys some of the stuff I did if you're interested. Or alternatively, I'll just work on this, just because track from scratch, can't really do much else to the track until I get the vocals. So that one's pretty much pending, and there's nothing much we could do in terms of in the meantime. So I'm gonna play this back, and hopefully a few people hop in the stream here, and then we'll be able to get going with more questions and stuff like that, because like I said, there's not too much direction planned for this track. I don't even remember what the heck the drop sounds like on this one. All I know is I'm definitely gonna have to do a lot of changes to it, because I am certain it's a very weak drop, because this was just a very draft version of the anthem mix. So the anthem mix, all I'm changing is the drop. Everything else is going to be the same as the other mix. So anyway, we'll just play this back here, and you could go ahead and take a listen and see what we got. Gotta love those system overloads. And then it just kind of goes into the break again. So I guess for now we'll just one of the things I'm noticing is the drop is too freaking dry. So I think it's this one is our main sound. Hey Antonio, how's it going? I believe that's the correct pronunciation. Welcome to the stream. I think you're the first person in here. Currently it says there are 0 people watching right now, so I have no idea who's in here. So if you're in, leave something in the chat down below, and just so I kind of got an idea of who's in here and how many people we have here. So it's nice, but there is nowhere near enough reverb on this thing. So I think I'm just gonna start getting like a medium hall, I think. Oh yeah, no problem. I do all this teaching and stuff just because, you know, I think a lot of people would appreciate it. So yeah, no need for thanks really, just because, you know, there's a lot of you guys out there, and I know you and I know I have something that I could share with you guys. So yeah, Skylab, welcome back to the stream. I remember seeing you before in one of my streams. Nice to see you back. Although as a disclaimer from earlier, as I was mentioning in the introduction to this, I'm not working on my track from scratch because I didn't get the vocals. Long story short, had a really busy week, couldn't get in contact with the person. So that's currently pending, and right now I'm just kind of working on something until we get people in here to really start asking questions and stuff like that. So yeah. Okay, you have a favor to ask. You and your cousin make house music, and we are going to drop our new track soon. Cool. What's the favor? Let me know. Depends on what it is. I might be able to fulfill that. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to see if I could get a nice reverb here. Because a lot of these reverbs here are too harsh. So this is what we needed, something that's kind of like chill and spacious. Yeah, I could totally listen to it. I am always open for, you know, if you make a track, you could send it to me. You could send it to me through SoundCloud. You could also, I think you could upload it to YouTube as unlisted, and you could send it to me through there. I need to find a new platform because I just realized when I was uploading something to SoundCloud recently, SoundCloud has changed. If you post remixes, they will flag you for copyright violation, and they will take down your remix. So that's complete crap, and I'm probably going to move away from SoundCloud pretty soon here. But for now, SoundCloud's still fine because I still check that. Okay, I always get emails from it. So if you message me, I'll definitely get the message. But eventually I'm going to start moving away from that. I don't know what I'm going to move to. So yeah, so you could send it to me through SoundCloud. That's totally cool. I will send you my feedback, and it may take me like a week tops, but I promise you I'll send you feedback. And yeah, other than that, from there, I don't think there's much else that I could do. No, one of the things is there's a potential that I will start featuring people's tracks on my YouTube channel, but word of advice, don't ask me to feature anything. If I really think that if it's up to standard, I will ask you if you'd like to have it featured. So keep that in mind. You're better off just sending me a track for review and then hoping that I get back to you asking to feature it. Because quite frankly, you know, it's one of those things where I'm the curator here. So if you ask me to feature it, then it doesn't change my opinion. So I'm either gonna offer it to begin with, or I'm not gonna offer it. So you asking doesn't really add anything to it. Just as a heads up for anybody that's curious and potentially wants to have their track featured or something like that. Now that said, it is a small user base here. There's only like actually, you know what? We are quickly moving towards 4,000 subscribers. It's a lot faster than than the past couple of thousand have been. So we're at 3,000, and I think we're already at 3,000 something hundred. So that's really cool, guys. Thank you so much for that. So yeah, it is kind of sad how SoundCloud's moving in that direction, but what can you do? I mean, I don't know. I don't own the frickin' site, so I don't really have much I could do. So yeah, I could definitely give you feedback. That's something I've always done, and I'll keep doing as long as I can. So yeah, totally. Send me your tracks. Anybody. This isn't to just Antonio alone. Anybody that has a track that they'd like feedback on, feel free to send it to me. Even if you think it's crappy, feel free to send it to me. That is kind of true. All I request is that you do your best work and you do a complete track. I really don't like reviewing half tracks. If you have like a demo or half of a track, I don't like reviewing those because it's not your best work. It doesn't show everything you could do. I need to see everything you could do so I could point you in the right direction instead of just saying the things that are wrong with that particular track. So if I see your best work, then I could say, okay, well, you need to work on kicks in your next couple of tracks. Get a more solid kick or things like that. So yeah, that's my only request in terms of sending me submissions. Send me a complete track that is the best of your effort. So remix, okay. Original track, okay, either is fine with me as long as it's a complete track and is your best work. So that's it. Where do I find your schedule of live streams? I just happened to go on to watch something during lunch. I saw you were on. I live stream Tuesdays at 11 a.m. Pacific time. So that's my only schedule right now. As things change, I think during the summer I might actually have more time to live stream. I'll probably actually have a lot more time to live stream. We'll see, but and things are going to go really weird for me in school next semester, but that's not worried about until fall. So currently, it's just Tuesdays at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Keep that in mind. So yeah, this is the time. You're actually like 15 minutes after the stream started, so you're actually here pretty darn early. So yeah, if you're ever around during this time, that's the time that you usually run. Okay. Well, that was the wrong button. Let's go back to this window. Okay, so I think, let's see, what do I need to do here? Because I could tell that this is too harsh. Just because it like sticks out in the mix too much. And then additionally, this reverb is too long. I don't know if I could, yeah, I could shorten it. Yeah, because one of the things about these reverbs that you want when you're doing like something that sounds like it's in a big room, or you don't want it to actually have a reverb that's too long unless you're doing very staccato notes, because it just fills things up too much. So that's too short now. Since I changed the curve here, it's going to change the tone of the reverb and the length. Hey Shiv, welcome to the stream. Okay. Okay. I think that's closer to what we're looking for. You know, let me just pull it up a little bit. There we go. Because, you know, before it was like this. So what we got was, and it hangs out a lot longer. But if I do this type of curve here, what it does is it kind of dies a little bit faster. So it just kind of, you know, shortens it a little bit without actually shortening the time. In fact, I think comparatively we increase the time. Oh no, that doesn't help. But there we go. That's like the perfect length. what the heck is creating that crazy delay? I think it's this. No, it's not. Oh, that was just weird for a second there. Can you make the reverb size smaller and get a similar effect? So what I was doing here with this particular reverb, because I'm not 100% sure what you're asking, so hopefully this answers your question. I changed the length, and but what happened was, like, so before when we had it curved like this, what happens is it does a very long reverb, and then it just kind of like cuts it at the end very quickly. So it just like lets it hang out for the most part, and then it cuts it rather quickly at the end. But what I do by pulling this here is it kind of like, when it starts the reverb, it already starts to die out, and then it fades off very gradually. So that means that if I have a longer reverb, but it has that sort of thing there, it starts cutting it early, but it doesn't like sound like the reverb goes for a while and it just cuts. So that's what I was trying to mitigate. The fact that it was a really long reverb and then it just suddenly cut out. Instead, what I did was I had it so it was dying out earlier, and then it just kind of had a quieter tail that lasted a lot longer. So that's what I did by making this curve here. So you'll recognize this curve a lot more when you start to get into automation, because a similar thing happens when you're automating stuff as well. You'll start to do things like this to get it so it doesn't cut off too quickly, or it doesn't like go at the current volume level for a long time and then cut off too quickly, or start cutting off too early and then fade out for a long time. So this kind of S-shaped curve is great for it's good for like if you want to just do a regular fade out, because you know the interesting thing about audio is if you just do like a regular straight fade out, like from here to here, like a straight line, it actually doesn't work quite right because of the way audio is, and it's just like the physics of it. You don't have to worry too much about that. But this S-shaped curve can help you out a bit more in getting like this continuous fade sort of sound. So yeah. Okay, just so you know, we started producing. We have gotten some really good feedback from others, but I want someone who's into making music to listen to and say how it sounds. Yeah, actually, for those of you that are interested, I am also still like on my path of improving. But the problem is, a lot of the people that I talk to are, because most of the people that I know are you guys. You guys are the producers that I know for the most part, because there's a whole ton of you guys. But most of you guys are learning from me. So, you know, getting feedback from you guys is a bit of a double-edged sword, because you guys do have some great feedback because you listen to EDM and stuff, but also it's kind of, you know, you're learning from me, so there's not too much advice you could offer. So what I did with my latest remix was I sent it to Alpha Rock. Goodness knows if he's going to reply. I think it's been about a week, but I don't know. But that's kind of where I need now. I need more professional advice, because I'm at the intermediate stage, and when you're at the intermediate stage, the only people to ask is people that are either A, intermediate, or B, the pros. So it's kind of a tough thing to find those people. But yeah, it is definitely good to be looking for the next step up when it comes to feedback. So asking your peers is cool, but yeah, you do want to look for other people that you look up to. It'll take a while for you to find people that will actually respond, but when you do find people, it's really awesome. So yeah, okay, yeah. Cool to see you guys making connections in the chat as well. Remember that I'm not the only person to chat with. Some other people took that to heart, and they're having like this whole other side discussion in the chat. And I was like, I have completely lost what you guys are talking about. But it's cool to see you guys networking down there, because that's another great thing about live streams here. So. Okay, I think the satellite synth needs to be lower, actually. Oh yeah, that definitely needs to be lower. Yeah, because this one, like when I have it lower here, it fills out the sound a lot more, and it doesn't actually sound so like annoyingly high. So let me fix this one as well. Because it's like piercingly high when it's up there an octave higher. Oops. And I need to EQ this as well because it's way too muddy. There's a ton of buildup right there. Also, this is pretty harsh. Right around there, so I'll want to cut that as well. I think it's getting like compressed too much by the compressor or something, because you could barely hear it. Oh my gosh, the release is at 1K. Why the heck is the release at 1K? Welcome to the stream, Ralph. Yeah, I think I need to like post it a bit clearer somewhere when my live streams are, because a lot of people are like, when are the live streams? Or I guess part of it too is that I only live stream once a week, so a lot of people can't fit it into their schedule as well. So, but yeah, I don't know. I think I might during the summer I might add another slot. We'll see, and I'll also try to make it a little bit more obvious on the channel when the live streams are. So yeah, okay, yeah. So I'm just looking through the chat really quick to make sure that I didn't miss any questions. Awesome. Also, I do want to apologize because someone said that they kind of wanted me to, in the live streams, focus on producing and then set time aside for questions instead of just like answering questions as I go. I do want to apologize because that's probably not what's going to happen. I do want this to be as interactive as possible, even if it means that we're talking the whole freaking live stream. Because quite frankly, that's what this really is. Like, my series of recorded stuff is like very focused on getting into the material and teaching the stuff. But once you go through my entire Logic series, FL Studio series, not quite there yet, but my Logic series, once you get to the end, you have all the head knowledge. Now what you need is to kind of get like those weird tips that just kind of pop up randomly as I'm doing a track, or to like answer your questions with more precision and stuff like that. So yeah. Have I made any tracks yet? Or oh, you're okay. You're talking to some of the other people there. Yeah. I thought for a second there, I thought you were asking me, have you made any tracks yet, or just learning the point? I'm like, wait, what? Yep. Okay, so so actually, I'm gonna ask your guys' opinion. I don't think this drop works, and I'm ready to just like scrap it. Yeah, no problem at all. It was just my bad. I was just like going into the chat, like about to read just a random chat as a question, because so sometimes when you guys like get talking, I have to actually look through the stuff instead of just like answering every single thing that's said. Now that's not a bad thing at all. It's actually nice to see that there's active chat, because sometimes it's like dead silent in the chat, and it's kind of awkward for me. So it's good to see you guys chatting there. But yeah, so I'm gonna play this back again for those of you that missed it a little bit earlier. This is the part of the track that I like. The drop, the part that you've been hearing just recently, is the part that I'm trying to figure out what the heck I'm supposed to do with. I'm probably just gonna scrap it because I really don't like it. This is what the track actually sounds like. And you're probably gonna be like, "What? That the drop doesn't fit at all. Why are you doing the drop?" So yeah, just so you guys can hear it again. This is what I'm working with. I don't like it. This doesn't fit at all. I'm scrapping it. Okay, yeah. Like, just as I was listening to that, I'm like, you know what? Going back to the drop here, this drop is garbage. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to freaking delete these. First of all, because I think somewhere else I have it. Nope, maybe not. Whatever. But yeah, this just doesn't fit at all. So I'm going to delete those as well. And I think this is my base. Yeah, it's my base, so I'll get rid of that. And then we should just have... Yeah. It doesn't fit, yeah. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to see if I could find... Where is it? That was a weird sound. I like it. Which one is it? There we go. This is the one I want in the drop as well, because that'll sound really cool in the drop. Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing. I don't think I like the drop actually at all. It's just, it sounds too different. Because it doesn't sound like an anthem. It just kind of sounds like... I don't know. So... Okay, what else do we have? So this is one I actually don't want in here. And then what's this one? Oh, that's the one that's underneath. So we need this here. Don't copy. Okay, and then what do we have here? I think I have an idea. Okay, so what are my unused synthesizers here that I need to get rid of? That's my bass. Let's see. I don't want this one. This one might come in handy. Okay, I think I know what I need. Let's see here. So I'm going to create... You know what? I'm just going to duplicate this track. So that I have sidechain compression already dropped in here. I'm going to clear this. Recall default. I think I need something like... read is not what I'm looking for. It's not that. Organ, pad, percussion, pluck. I kind of want something that's like icy, an icy sort of sound. Let's see. Analog, funk. We want to like search chill out. think this is what I need. Let's see, 32 voices. Yeah. I don't have distortion on this, so... Oh. It's just clipping to all high heaven. There we go. Yeah, mallets. That's probably what I need to be looking for. What program do I prefer, FL or Logic? I always say Logic, but I also always follow that up with whatever works for you. So I need this. Okay, let's see how this goes. Okay, I think that's what we need. If you have no idea what I'm doing, you'll see in a second. Don't worry. All will be saved. Wait. No, I don't want that deleted. Whoa. I want that deleted. Okay, now we just need to make this a chord. I have no idea how this will sound. Okay, I'm gonna bring this down an octave. See if that helps. That sounds horrible. Okay, so what am I working on in terms of like... What is my key? Yeah. Yeah, I do need to make some high notes into that, that's for sure. Let's see. So I'm working mostly on sharps and flats, it looks like. Okay, so we have that one and that one. Oh, those are only regular notes. I think so. Yep. Okay, so let's try this. Okay, that's not a good chord for... yeah, let's just double check here. Actually, I think it's supposed to be a major key. Here, I would assume we are, yeah, F major, not F minor, actually, I think. So, it's been a while. Let me actually, I should just check this before no, F major. Okay. Never mind. What frickin' key am I in? Yeah, maybe it is F minor. Yes, it is F minor. C. Let's see here. What's this? Yeah, that's... So we have F and C. I'll be darned. It is F minor. Okay, so in that case, what's the parallel major? Parallel... Or is it the relative? No, yeah, it's a relative that I'm looking for. Okay, A flat. Okay, let's try this. I'm going to try an A flat major chord for the first chord here. And I'm going to do some inversions. We're getting somewhere. Here, let me go back to the chat. Whoops. Ah, sounds horrible. Yeah, okay, so let's see here. Part of the reason is I know the synthesizer's not... H-I-J, middle... Percussion, pluck... Yep, okay, so let's see. Okay, how much reverb do we have on this? Oh no, it's just a lot of sustain or release. On the second layer. Cut the first layer a little bit. Okay, he just came in. What is he looking at? Why is he looking at the internet to know the key? Because you could either write out the key the long way, or you could just look it up online. So, yeah. Well, thank you, Nebula. Okay. And then I kind of want to open up the filter a little bit. Okay. Okay. What am I looking at? 'Cause I'm not. I have an idea. Like, the Project T. That's what I'm trying to do. The drop in Project T. The kind of sound where it's like duh, 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 underneath the sort of sound that they have going on. How long am I going to stream? Good question. I need to get off at 1 o'clock, I believe. So that's in. It's almost noon, so I got about an hour and 15 minutes left at most. So that's how long I'm going to stream. However, depending on my schedule for the week, I may actually do a second stream because I might have time this week. We'll see. I need to catch up with some school. But other than that, I might have the time. Where the heck was my region here? I keep on getting lost. Okay, so I want it to be C sharp. Let's just do this the easy way first. The easy, simple way. So C sharp. Okay, I need a different synth, that's for sure. How old am I? I'm 19. So I didn't start quite as early as I could have, but I started before I was 20, and that's a good thing. These days, the earlier you start, the better, just because there's so many people out there. You want to make sure that, like, when you're in your prime, you have the skill already, so that you could you'll just be a little more likely to be picked up by labels and stuff. What is the best synth plugin? There is none. Just because you asked the wrong question there. Because there's like a whole ton of synth plugins and they're all really good. It's just a question of what you're using them for. And really, you know, my suggestion always for the for like your first plugin is SynthMaster, because you get it for so freaking cheap. If you are a student, you could get it for like as low as $30. This whole thing that I'm using right now, and gosh, it sounds amazing. So that's like the cheapest synth you will ever get that sounds this good. But there are a lot of other ones that are amazing just as well. But it really just depends what you're looking for and what kind of genre you're working with, what type of, you know, synth you need to fill. Because sometimes, like, some synths are better at pads while others are better at like electro leads and stuff like that. So it really depends. Yeah, I was born in 96. Yeah. So. What? Free ones. Oh, no, don't. Piracy is not a fun thing, people. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just, one of the reasons I kind of have that opinion very strongly is because I'm actually a software developer. So, you know, I'm just going to show you guys. I'm going to have to change the setting here. Let's do this. Do not, there we go. I'm going to show you guys the track I'm talking about. Okay. This is probably not the best way to search. Music. project. There we go. So this is what I'm trying to do. No, don't freaking open it in YouTube. That's what I'm trying to do. So. Except, I know this is the totally wrong synthesizer to do it with. That's why I was kind of looking for some sort of like, almost like a, what was this said before? What was the word that I was looking for? Some sort of like mallet thing. Yeah. Whoa, wrong button. That's a really weird sound. This is gonna be tough. Do I have like... That's pretty low passed. This is kind of something that I need in addition. I don't like that note though. What are you seeing? Yeah, this is a completely different project because I don't have the vocalist for the other track, so I needed something to do today. So, yeah, this is one of the tracks that I was working on a while back, and I need, yeah, I need a new drop for it because it had an electro drop that kind of fit, but I wanted this to be like an anthem house sort of track that stayed very consistently like that, so... Yeah, it's Tuesday. Oh yeah, I was gonna skip last Tuesday. Yes, that's what happened. Unfortunately, I just got too busy with stuff. So, yeah, no new schedule yet. Did I say I was gonna do a new stream schedule? I think I was gonna keep it at like Tuesday at 11 for now. I don't remember saying that. I might have. I should check back. Yeah, it's right now. I'm staying at 11. Oh, that's right. I think I mentioned I was going to potentially add another one just to make it so more people could show up. I don't remember, though. Yeah, I just like everything from the past week and a half just got completely lost. I did nothing with this channel, and I like completely went out of touch. I basically disappeared off the internet for a week and a half because I was just so insanely busy. So I apologize for that. I got through all the YouTube comments that have been posted since. I've replied to all those, but there's some people that messaged me on Facebook that I still haven't gotten to yet. So that's some other catch up I need to play. Let's see. Hi, welcome to the stream. I would try to pronounce your name, but I'm gonna butcher it here. Shreyans? Shreyans? I think. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, anyway, welcome to the stream. I think you just hopped in here. I didn't see your name earlier, that's for sure. Okay. Yeah, so to figure out what the heck I'm going to do with this. What? The heck? Okay, you know, if you saw my hands right now, that's weird. Okay, I gotta show you guys this. Window, show musical typing. Let's see if it shows this. That's wrong. That should be like if I move up a little bit here. That's how it should be. But when I freaking go down, it sounds like it's going up. That is really weird. Okay, that makes it a little harder to key in notes. Yeah, I'm kind of getting lost here just because, like, I have no idea what to do for a chord progression. How long have I been producing for? Yeah, a little bit around 3 years. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Sunoco? Is that how you want me to say it? I'll try to remember that. You have to show up, like, if you want me to remember your name though, you have to show up to a lot of streams. That's the rule. I think there was someone who I can't remember. If he hops in this stream, I'd probably recognize it. But yeah. Do I do any tips for a guy that is new to music production? Like, not really sure where to start. I just tried looking at your tutorials, but my layout is a bit different from your layout in the video tutorials, so it's a bit hard to find things. Yeah, I was using the earlier version of Logic 10. I'm assuming that's what you're referring to. So some of the stuff is going to be a little bit hard to find. Like, for instance, when I pulled up compressors before, when I was first doing videos, the compressor was completely different. First of all, it was about a quarter of the size. And second of all, it was just laid out completely differently. So those are some of the things that I might redo videos. But, oh, that reminds me. My layout is a little bit different because I configured my layout as well. In my video, optimizing your workflow, I talk about a few things you could do. I think I also mentioned First of all, go to Logic Pro X, Preferences, Advanced Tools, and make sure everything is checked. Because otherwise, you'll have things disabled and hidden behind a wall that you'll never be able to find. Like, for instance, you won't be able to make track stacks like I make track stacks. So you want to make sure that you have all these enabled. And also, one of the things I did was I customized my control bar. If you want, take a screenshot of this right now, and that is the control bar that I have right now. And that'll make things a little bit easier to relate to. Otherwise, it should be mostly the same. So, is this stream on Twitch as well? No, it is not. I did Twitch beforehand, but two things that are a little bit sad about Twitch is Twitch does not save anything. So I have to upload it manually to YouTube, which is a bit of a drag, but not that much. Also, you cannot comment on Twitch unless you have a Twitch account. And most of you guys are on YouTube already, so you have a YouTube account, but you don't have a Twitch account, so it just kind of makes things a little bit harder. So that's why I stream here on YouTube. It's been working fine. I mean, YouTube versus Twitch, I haven't had any more issues from one as opposed to the other. So that's why I'm on YouTube right now. So, yeah. Also, do some kind of mannequin viewers remix contest and then judge the entries in the live stream. It would be fun. Yes, that would be very fun. The problem with that is I need to work out some sort of prize. That's actually on my list of things to do. A little bit pushed back just because I do need to get vocals for that other track first. That's my number one priority. So I need to take care of that. But yes, it totally seems like that would like it. Why did I phrase that really weird there? That is totally a good idea. Doing the remix contest for you guys. Now the thing about that is there are going to be some other people that jump into the remix contest. I'm certain about, because remix comps catches stuff really well. So I have a feeling they'd probably catch this remix contest. So, but I would like to do one of those for sure. Remix contest for you guys, and I do want to have a prize. It's just working out the prize is going to be a little bit of a interesting endeavor on my end because I need to find something. I mean, I've considered just a set of, what do you call it? I'm blanking. Superlux HD681s. They're just $30 headphones that I've recommended a lot just because I want to get the name out there a little bit more so that people know that those headphones exist because they are amazing headphones for the price. So I might give out a pair of those. I might do something that's more than that. We'll see. But that is something that I really, really want to do. It's just I need to figure out how to do some sort of prize. So, yeah. Okay, Kashmir's doing another. Like, I think he does a lot of remix contests, actually. It seems like there's one every couple of months. But, yeah, Kashmir is awesome. Remix his tracks. They're fun. So, yeah. Okay, so I am having a lot of pain in this track right now. I might just, because now that I've blown the copyright stuff, and this video is probably going to be censored since I showed that bit from Project T. It'll be censored in some countries. That's why I really hate showing copyrighted material in my streams, because it blocks it from places like Germany and some of the other places in Europe, and that really sucks because there are people from there that have commented on my videos and they really like some of my videos. So when I'm blocking them from watching the streams, it seriously sucks. But unfortunately, since I already played that in the stream, we kind of passed that, and I can just go ahead and switch to a remix instead. What do you guys think? You guys think I should keep working on this, or think I should switch to something else, do something else for the sake of something interesting to do? So, yeah, I could play the track in the beginning. There's like no drop because I pretty much pulled it out, but I've played it at the beginning of some of my streams before, so didn't think there was going to be a stream, so I started studying. Well, whoops. Yeah. Okay, so I'm actually not going to play it back from the beginning. I'm just going to play it back from halfway through this second build here, and then we'll kind of listen to the break and then the build, and we'll, everyone, you can have your thoughts. Like, this part of the track, I'm going to be honest, I think it sounds amazing. That's just my opinion, though. But getting the drop to work is turning out to be a lot harder than I initially thought it would be. So maybe it wasn't the best choice to do on a live stream. It'd be nice if I didn't have that loop enabled. that's pretty much the gist of it. So that's what we're working with, but can't say I'm working with it too much because I haven't gotten anywhere. I've just been taking steps backward for the most part. So yeah, the drop. Oh, it's crazy. Yep. Yeah. Okay. So can the drop be made with a melody but much brighter, distorted, noisier synth? Wouldn't that fit? Yes, it would fit. What I want to do though is, like I said before, this is kind of what I want to put behind this lead here. Something kind of like that. So you just have like this chord progression that kind of just moves it forward, and then you have the same lead. Because I've never done that before. I've never had a track where I've had the break is the same melody as the drop, and I've heard quite a few of those. And I've kind of wanted to do that with a track like this. So yeah, Project T remix is full savage. Oh, the Martin Garrix's remix of it. Martin Garrix's remix I like so much better than the original, but for illustrative purposes, the drop in this one is what I kind of want to do in this track. So, but yeah, because I want this anthem sound, but just this is something to learn from, guys. I get stuck and I have no idea what the heck I'm supposed to do with this to get it to sound better. Yeah. Oh goodness. I think, I don't know, I'm going to copy the bass over because we might be able to just keep that as well. I'm deleting that. Wait, what was there? Oh. Yeah, I don't need that. I am hitting all the wrong buttons. Okay, you go away. Oh, that's my loop. You can use the same sound as in the build-up. Let's see, which one? Where the heck is it? There it is. Oh, you know what? I could probably use this. Not quite. Try adding in a sidechain pad. Yeah, that's going to be the harder part because I kind of want something else. I want like basic notes to work with, and then I'll add like a pad behind it because like the pad will fill up space really fast. So I don't want to drop that in quite yet. Top one. Okay, so I think... Okay, then I kind of need this one here. So I think, yeah, I think what I need to do here is just take this and turn it into a chord progression now. Explain, can you explain the lead? It's kind of harsh. Which one? Yeah, raise the cutoff and what on the one. Yeah, okay, so let's see. I'm hearing a lot of ideas, but it's gonna be hard for me to sort through them. So, the main one. Okay, so this one here is the one you're talking about, Jude? That one? I'm guessing. Okay. And apologies for the fact that there is a delay in the audio. Okay. So, oh, I could raise the cutoff on this one. That's actually not a bad idea. Dude, you know what I need right now? I need Nexus. I don't have Nexus. If I had Nexus right now, I'd have the perfect synth to be able to work with the chord idea that I'm trying to think of. But as it is, it'd take a long time to go into that. You know what? We might just have to switch to something else here because I'm starting to draw too many blanks. So... That's what we... Okay, so, yeah, that was just using the wrong synth there. So, I don't know. Let's try this. Dude, that sounds great. Okay. That's what I was looking for here. That's the track that was started last time, right? This track? You mean, wait. What do you mean by started last time? Refresh my memory here. Also, I need to put the cutoff back on this one before I forget. Also, as explaining this lead here, I'm assuming you mean you're curious as to how it was designed. Oh wow, it was used. I used retro synth there. I didn't realize that. I think it's a lot of. Okay. So the one I'm working on right now, did I start it in the Megastream? No, I did not. Actually, the Megastream, I could pull that up if you want. I could pull up the Megastream track because I finished it, and I was gonna upload it to SoundCloud, but SoundCloud flagged it as copyright violation, so can't put it up on SoundCloud. Whoop-de-doo. So it's up there floating around on Wavo, I believe, but nowhere else. And it probably wasn't the best idea to mute all those plugins. But yeah, this was actually I believe this was mostly a preset. And just for the plasma bass in retro synth, I would assume that's what it's going off of here. I don't know. Maybe, yeah. I think it was plasma bass. And then I changed some stuff to it, and for the most part, this one here, I just added a phaser and sample delay. So it kind of makes it sound like it's in stereo, and when you stack it on top of this one, you get this. Instead of... So just kind of add some stereo to it. For some reason, you could barely hear... Oh, that's right, because I'm only playing it. There we go. Yeah, I kind of need to play both in order for it to matter, so. So, that's that. And then I added some Camel Crusher to it to add distortion. To make it really rough there. And, freeze time. Yes, I did. Yes. Ooh, yeah, I could pull that up. Yes, we can. We will listen to that. That'll be fun. I'll pull that up. And then I added some EQ here. And then just a lot of reverb. So that kind of explains that sound there. Mostly it was the preset, yeah, but don't take that for granted, because once you have a preset, there's a lot more you could do to it to stylize it. So, okay. So I'm just going to leave this here for now, and we're going to have more fun. We're going to open up my freeze time one. This is my second master, I think. So, oh, you have to go? Well, thanks for dropping by. Thank you for joining us, Jude. So, yeah, okay. So this is the one that got pulled down from SoundCloud. They got pissed off at me. So we're going to have some fun with this one. We'll listen to this one. Ask all the questions. Now... I'm going to try to go through it as quickly as I can, because I think I only have 40 minutes here before I'll have to get off. But yeah, I'll play this back here. You guys get to listen to it, and then we'll go through, and you can ask any questions, and I'll show you how I did everything. So yeah, here we go. This I really like how this turned out, to be honest.
Memories that we built are gone. said it's nothing we could change for you.
The vocals sound too backgroundy? Well, actually, that's probably not what was supposed to happen, unfortunately. Maybe I just didn't pull them up enough or something. But, yeah. So, I actually didn't do a lot to the... Did I do anything to the vocals? No, I just EQ'd them a little. I EQ'd them a bit to add a little bit more presence to them because they were sounding backgroundy. And for the most part, that was already the processing on them, so... So they have a lot of reverb on there, and that's what it does. So, solid Spinning Records outro right there. Yeah, that's what I was hoping. So, yeah, okay. So I gotta say right now, my favorite part is, so you know the track starts like this. Actually, I got two favorite parts. It's got that, but this pluck here is this high. That's what you guys heard when I was working on it. However, what I did for the second break was I did this. Notice the pitch of the pluck. Sorry about that. The pitch of the pluck.
Face to face.
I brought it an octave up and pushed it farther in the background. Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. And then it goes into the full part here.
Nothing we could change for you.
Yeah, so that's, oh gosh, that turned out amazing there. My second favorite part of this track actually is this ARP here, and it just fits so well. So that's a very kind of standard sounding ARP, but the cool thing is when you layer it with this pluck, it goes like this. And it sounds a little bit better because like the pluck kind of pushes out some of the notes. And then when you stack it with the vocals finally, it sounds even better because the vocals squish down the ARP as well. And then you get this really cool thing where you're just hearing like a couple stutters of notes.
Side by side,
Dang, that turned out well. Like, I just kind of threw this in because I'm like, you know what? I kind of need something in the intro that's like a little bit more to fill some space out, so it's just not just that pluck. And dude, that turned out good. It was just like that when I hit that one, I'm like, that's it. And I did a lot of processing on this one as well. I EQ'd the snot out of it, so you can see here. Originally, it actually sounded like this, and then I got it to sound like this. So a lot of that had to do with Camel Crusher here. It just adds that like really cool distortion sound to it. And then the EQ here is what did a lot to the tone itself. So it really shoves it to the background, and you get this spot right here. This is like the body of the ARP. And then you get some of the air around here because I let that through, even though I did like this massive dip around here that pushes it to the background. So that's like, yeah, this ARP was cool. And then obviously a nice big reverb, bright hall here, just because we don't have too much brightness in it. Bright hall, you could if you put it on too many things, you start to get a lot of extra reverb crap, but it works really well in this one. And gosh, my favorite part is this.
Face to face, and every word we said is nothing we could change. For you, I could walk the fine line between the wars and guns, 'cause nothing could make me feel like you. So freeze time and don't let go. If you're not ready to move on now, you're not ready to move on now. So please say that you'll stay.
That's the part that's getting cut out in the clubs and sets. Oh, yeah, I think second drop is cool. I'd add some stuff to the first drop though. Reverb, snare every 4 bars or something. Yeah, that's like the first drop is kind of weak in compared to the second one. The second one is so much cooler. So like the first drop is this. So it's pretty plain, but then you go to the second drop and it feels so much more active because it's got a lot more energy in it. And then I switch to that second synth that I add, and that kind of helps with it as well. So oh yeah, this track is by far my favorite track that I've ever made. So I really like it. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that could be improved. Like I think I probably already mentioned it a few times, but the vocals just when you get to here, right here, they sound like they're too far in the background, and I don't like that. I like to pull them up more, but as you guys kind of saw, if I pull up the volume level, it kind of helps, but not too much. Yes, I did keep the bass drum in F. For those of you that are wondering, I believe you actually messaged me after the stream and talked about this. But the key of my track here, you'll notice, is I think it's in D minor, I believe it's in, and then Klaus actually noticed that my kick here is F, and there's a reason I did that because frack. That's not correct. What is the key of my track in? What is the key of my track in? I can't figure it out. D, because it's not D, E, F. Wait. Yeah, it's not. Okay, I have no idea. It's been a while since I've been in this project, but whatever. I don't remember. Yeah, D minor. That's what I thought. Yeah. Huh. But anyway, I don't remember what the decision where there was for having it in F. I think it like, because it was my original decision was that the note distance was so that you have the F here harmonizes with the main notes in the drop. It could be because D. Yeah, that's kind of weird. I don't know why I kept it in F. Why did I keep it? It works. That's weird. I thought I had it so it was like a 7 semitone difference. Now I'm confusing myself. I have no idea why. It works. I mean, it sounds fine. But I thought I had it a 7-note difference. Maybe, oh, I think I know the reason. Nope. I don't know why. Yeah, that's weird. I thought I had it so it was a 7-note difference from D. So if you moved it up 7 notes or something, then you'd be at D, but I guess not. I just messed that up, I guess. It's the right note for the drop. I mean, it sounds right, but it's weird. Yeah. I don't know what happened there. I think I accidentally made it a 7-note difference from C instead of D, and I messed that up. But it sounds fine partially because this is a if you were to make a D minor chord, this would be the second note in the D minor chord, so that's kind of why it complements it. So that's why it works. But I was just going off the fact that it sounded fine. So yeah. Yeah, if it was a perfect fifth is when you go up by 7 semitones. So that would be A, yeah. That's weird. Why did that happen? I don't know. It sounds fine, though. So I'm not worried about it. It's just, I thought I did something, and I guess I did something else. Yeah. That's weird. I've watched your tutorials, but I feel I'm not quite sure how to use the program just yet. Do you know any other tutorials that are quite good? Yours were great, but I need to watch some more. No, you don't. I know it's not going to be all that fun to hear, but I found that I learned a lot less when I watch tutorials. Now, tutorials are great for showing you like the basics, and like just like when you're completely lost, you just look at Logic and there's like a bajillion things. You're like, what do I do? So so it's good to watch some tutorials to kind of learn the basics, but fundamentally what you need is practice, because I could tell you how to do multiplication and tell you the theoretics behind it, but until you actually start doing multiplication over and over and over again and just getting used to it, you're not really gonna completely grasp it. So really, like, if you feel that my tutorials are enough, more of what you'll need is practice. Like, to be honest, I watched some tutorials in Logic just to kind of like understand what the heck was going on, and it still took me a couple months, even though I was watching a lot of tutorials. And to be honest, when I stopped watching tutorials and started working in Logic, I was learning a lot faster than just watching tutorials, because it's kind of like that thing where it's one thing to watch someone do something. Like, if you watch someone do a backflip 2 billion times, you'll never know how to do a backflip. You have to actually start doing it, just because it's so different when you start doing it and you start learning it. So really, my suggestion is don't rely too much on tutorials. Tutorials are good for like when you don't know something. So like if you don't know what an EQ is, or you don't know what a compressor is, or things like that, then you watch tutorials on them. If on the other hand you're not comfortable with the topic yet, or you're still like trying to work things out, it's best to actually hop into the DAW and figure things out by doing stuff. And then when you hit a point to where you're like, okay, I don't know how to do this, then you look that up. You watch a tutorial on that. So that's what you need to try to focus more on. Like, practice is the key component. Even though tutorials do help, you want to make sure that most of your time is spent practicing and less of your time is spent watching tutorials. So just try to keep that balance more like that. So yeah. Okay. It's awesome to see how much you love your songs. I've tried making like 30 songs and never finished a single one because they sound like crap. Well, to be honest, you saw a little bit of both. I really like this song. I like how it turned out. If you watch the live stream, and I don't suggest you watch the whole thing because it's a lot of like me not doing stuff, but I actually got stuck on this and I was like, this sounds good, but I have nowhere else to go. And you know, that's kind of why I ended up stopping the stream, because I was planning on streaming the whole thing. I was going to do the whole track from start to finish, but I got stuck. And then I came back about a week later when it was like literally the contest closed today. I'm like, I was just kind of feel like, you know, maybe I should hop back into that track. And then I looked at the contest and it's like closes today, and I'm like, I'll finish it. So I hopped in, and after that gap of being away from it for a while, it just gave me enough new perspective to where I kept going, and I actually got to the point to where I really liked it. So it is very few and far between when it comes to tracks that I make that I like. I'll probably make like 5 tracks and I'll like one of them, even if they're like complete tracks. There's a lot more of those that don't make the cut because they don't end up as complete tracks. They're just like something that I start and never finish. So yeah. Currently I only stream on Tuesdays at 11 a.m. Pacific time. I always keep on forgetting to add the Pacific time there. That is crucial information. Yeah, search the things you get stuck on. That's what you need to focus more on. Yeah, it's mostly about getting into Logic, and because like for instance, one of the other things that I like to think back and remember is how freaking lost I was in a synthesizer. Like I could pop open a synthesizer and design a synth and tell you guys what I'm doing. But I'm sure there's a handful of you guys that are just like watching me and like, what the heck is he doing? This is like sorcery. How did he get? Why did him doing that? What's going on? Because synthesizers are so crazy. There's so many buttons and knobs on them. But once you get used to them, and it's not from watching tutorials that you get used to them. Because I watched tons of tutorials for massive Silent ES2. And I really didn't start learning how to design my own sounds until I actually went in and started, I just sat down for an hour and tried to design a synthesizer. Then I started from scratch and I did it again. And I just kept going till I actually had an idea as to what I was doing and what direction I was going. So watching tutorials, they are helpful. I'm always going to say it's always helpful to watch tutorials. But once again, working in the actual software is what's going to, help you the most. You could watch 100 tutorials on how to draw, but until you actually start drawing, like when you sit down to draw after you've watched 200 hours of tutorials, you'll sit down to draw and you'll be following their exact steps and you're like, God, that looks ugly. I watched 200 hours of tutorials. It should look better than that. And then you go watch 200 more hours. So it's like, that's not going to get you anywhere. What's going to get you farthest is practice. But if you augment that with some tutorials, it'll speed you up just a little bit more. So that's my advice. If you watch through my entire Logic series without opening Logic, you're going to get into Logic and you're going to be completely lost. I'm just going to say that right now. So good stuff there. That's my opinion on tutorials. And just keep that in mind. That is my opinion. You could have a different opinion, and there's nothing wrong with that. So yeah. Yes. Yeah, good advice you got from producers. 1, keep it simple. 2, know what and why you are doing it. That is very true. Now, there are some times that you'll want to step out of your bounds and just do something weird, and just to kind of get something weird, and you have no idea what you're doing, but it gets a cool sound in the end. That's totally cool, but when you're in a learning process, you want to keep it to where you're learning and not just randomly throwing things in and hoping for the best, because that'll kind of be a little bit of a roadblock, because then when you get to somewhere that you know what you want but you don't know how to solve it, suddenly throwing things in and just going off of that isn't as good of an idea, because you can't get what you want and you want. So yeah, when you watch my tutorials, try to follow along when you watched. Yeah, that's one of the things that you want to be a little bit careful about. That's the reason I don't make synth tutorials. I don't make synth tutorials because I know people are just going to step-by-step follow everything I do. That's not the way to do a synth tutorial. You should watch a synth tutorial, and you should know why they're making the decisions they're making. So I guess it's kind of hard to explain, But if you follow them step by step, you don't learn anything. You just get the synth at the end, pretty much. If you watch through the tutorial and you don't understand what's going on, then you'll just get lost and you won't have anything at the end. But if you know what's going on and then you follow a synth tutorial just by watching it, not actually doing the stuff in your DAW, then you'll see the theory behind it. Like you'll know that a dubstep wobble is made when you get the filter and you modulate it open and closed, so that you kind of get that whoop, 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 whoop sort of sound. That's where that sort of sound comes from. And then you can get like these very grainy, nasty screeching sounds by doing very fast modulation of a wavetable and having it sweep back and forth across that wavetable. Because you're changing the waveform in so many weird ways, you kind of get like this screeching sound, like a mechanical screeching sound. And so that's like what you need to be taking away from synth tutorials. But yeah, that's why I'll probably never do like straight up synth tutorials, how to make a synth, how to make a B synth. What I'll more so do, if I ever do synth tutorials, is I'll kind of talk about just generally, like, hey, let's create a pad. This is how you would create a pad. This is what you're looking for in a pad, and things like that. So that's more what I would do tutorials, because I don't want people following me step by step, because I know that from what I remember, I very distinctly remember that like I'd follow tutorials just to get the sound, and at the end I'd have no idea what I did, and I couldn't like reproduce it. If someone said, okay, now that you know how to make this, make it on your own without following tutorial, I'd be like, who said I knew how to make it? So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts. So it is good. Like I said, my personal opinion for how you should approach tutorials is watch tutorial, and then once you're done, play around in the DAW a little bit, try to use what you learned, and then step back, walk away for about 30 minutes, go eat a sandwich or something. Go chill your head off, eat a sandwich, and then come back, watch the tutorial again, and you'll have a fresh perspective, because you've actually worked with it now. You know what you were struggling with. You know what issues were hard. You know what you lost, what you forgot. And you'll watch this tutorial again, and you'll catch a lot more. And it'll make a lot more sense now that you've worked with the tools. And the things that I'm telling you will now not just be what I'm telling you, just like generally A, B, C, D. Now it's actually like, oh, that's why he said it. That's why he was implying that. Yeah. Oh, thanks for joining the stream. Yeah. You got to leave for 30 minutes. Well, unfortunately, I got to leave in like 15 minutes. So if anybody has any questions they want to drop, now is your chance, because I'll probably have just enough time to answer your question if you have it. And then I got to take off because I got to register for classes. Hopefully they'll let me into some classes and I'll have classes for next semester. I don't know. Currently, that's not seeming like it's going to be the case, but we'll see. I don't know how it's going to work out, but I like had this really nice schedule planned out for all my courses, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna learn so many cool things next semester. And then I look and it's like every freaking class is full. So I have no idea what I'm gonna do now. I'm just gonna see whatever classes I could potentially take that may have some abstract relevance to my major, and then I'll just sign up for them just so I have something, and wait till next semester to actually sort it out. So yeah. Yep, streams on the regular time. Yeah. Would actually need to know. No characters you want your sound. It's difficult to make it from scratch. Oh yeah, you mean like you kind of know the sound you want, but you don't know how to balance that into attack, sustain, release, oscillators, LFO, modulation, all that stuff, and routing and all those things. Yeah. See ya, Klaus. Thank you for joining again. Yeah, okay, you know what? I think I did play this back from the start. Maybe you weren't in yet, but okay. Actually, you tell you what, I'm gonna run this in the background a little bit. Hopefully that doesn't bug you too much that I have this going quieter in the background. But that'll kind of give me a chance to keep talking a little bit. About to start up Uplifting Trance Production YouTube channel. Do you have any advice for what I should cover and how you should cover it? That's a good question. I think what you'd want to focus more on is genre specific things. Because if you're going in and you want to have like an uplifting trance channel, then probably what you're going to be focusing on is just the uplifting trance aspects. So assume that everybody knows generally how to use Logic, or how to use a DAW just in general, depending on what DAW you end up working with. And in terms of like covering stuff, like for instance, cover a lot of effect sounds and just generally how to get the genre sound. So I don't know, it's a little bit difficult because like I tend to be not genre specific. I tend to just like cover whatever, and that makes it easier because then I just have to cover the broad topics. But if you want to, if you want to be a lot more genre specific, that definitely changes what the channel is going to look like. So yeah, listening to SoundCloud is really great as well because you get a lot of inspiration as to the scope of the genre as a whole, and you can start hearing new sounds that you think very distinctly fit the genre. So do we have any other questions? Comments? Anybody want to do a pizza party at my place?
Face to face, and every word we said is nothing we could change. For you, I could walk the front line between the wars and guns, 'cause nothing could make me feel like you. So freeze time and don't let go. If you're not ready to move on now, you're not ready to move on now.
Okay, so I actually forgot. Someone else asked. God, let's see if I can find it. I think someone asked what monitors I have. Where was that? I missed that question. Now I feel bad. Oh well, I have the KRK Rocket 6s and I love them. That's all I have to say about that. Okay, so what are all the plugins I have? Pretty much just, so here's, you can see most of them here. I have DJM filter, which is I don't use all that much. Vox and Go, I love their overtone GEQ. It's amazing. And then I use this guy's limiter number 6. Don't use Tau filter. Synth Master is one of the things that I use all the time. It's my favorite synth. And then I have this, which used to have a free metering suite, but I don't, it's like the freaking things I have to do to activate this just to keep it so I have the free metering is ridiculous. So I really don't use it that much. W1 limiter, I don't use that much, but it's a good limiter. Camel audio, I use Camel Crusher all the time. You can find that on Splice. Audio damage, Rough Rider, this is a really freaking weird compressor, but it does cool things. So it's like, if you want a rough compressor, that's what it does. I don't use any of these. I don't remember what that AR stands for, but these are some more like weird plugins that are more focused on like creating a strange sound. I haven't used these anywhere near as much as I could, and I would really like to try some of them more. So, and that's pretty much it. So I don't have that many plugins per se. Mostly it's just Vox and Go Overtone GEQ, limiter number 6, Camel Crusher, and Synth Master, which I use a whole ton. So those are the ones that I focus on most. I may be picking up Sausage Fattener pretty soon here, and I might get Kickstart, and just because I'd like to have Kickstart so that I have the same kick sidechaining in both Logic and FL Studio that kind of like make my process a bit more unified. So yeah. Okay. I feel like it's hard to know how to start a song and stuff like breaks, buildups, and such. Is this something you learn by practice, or do I have to watch tutorials and things? Okay, so this is actually a good question. My thoughts on this whole thing is learn enough of Logic to where you're comfortable in it, and once you've got that, and you actually want to like make a track. My suggestion is what I did in. I don't remember which ones I did it in, but what you could do is you could actually just. What you can do is you could drop in one of the tracks you like and mark the sections. I think I did. There's a video on song structure that I talked about it. You just drop in a track and you copy the structure, and then when you go in, you start to come up with ideas, and you're like, okay, this would probably work as a break. Then put it in the break section and make it fit for the break section in terms of length. And then what you could start to do from there is force yourself to match the other sections of the track. Like, okay, so the build is this long, so I need to do a build this long. And then you make your own build and fill that section. It might be a bit of a drag for a while, but once you get through the whole track, you'll be really proud of it because you'll have a professionally structured track. It may not sound professional, but it'll actually have the structure of a professional track. And that's one of the things that I see that sticks out like a sore thumb the most in people's in amateur tracks. What I'll see is I'll see someone that has like a decent idea, except they just kind of loop it through the whole thing, or they have a decent idea and then it switches into this completely different thing that's no relevance to it whatsoever, and there's like no structure to the song. So structure is one of the things that sticks out like a sore thumb. If you don't have good structure that fits the genre you're working in, then it'll show really quickly. So just make sure that you just get some tracks, throw them in, and like if you're copying the structure of a song, don't feel bad. That's not like copying the song itself, because you'll find out if you actually start doing electro house, for example, if you get like 10 electro house songs and throw them in, you'll notice a lot of them have very similar structure, and it's like to the point to where it's like, you know, you'll probably find a few tracks that have exactly the same structure. So don't feel bad about copying that. Just don't copy the actual song. Don't copy the exact synth sounds. Just go for copying the structure. So thank you for joining the stream, Shiv. Yeah. Okay. I think there was another question. Ross, I'll probably check out your channel after the stream just because you asked, but I prefer, instead of saying like check out my channel, I prefer things like, you know, you actually sending a track to me, addressing it to me, and formally asking in a way that's like I said, addressed to me for advice. And the reason I say that is because it's really easy to drop in to a comment section and say, check out my channel. And a lot of people do that. A lot of spam bots will do that. But if you actually go through the time, talk about the person that you're talking to. So like, for example, you'd say, hey, I really like your tutorials. Thank you so much. Your structure video was really helpful for me because I'm not good at structure, things like that. And you actually talk about specific things instead of just saying, I like your channel, check out my channel. But you actually like get personal, show that you have been invested in this person and you would like them to just give a little bit back. That's the formal way to do that. And the reason that I ask for that is because that's how you're going to get the attention of professionals. When you actually start, like if you want to send it to Alpha Rock and you say, your tracks are cool, check out my track, then Alpha Rock's just going to delete it. He doesn't have time for noobs that are just like, that don't know how to be respectful. So you want to make sure that you have that professional approach when you're asking for feedback. So that's why I say things like that, and that's why I prefer people to message me with links to their tracks as opposed to just saying like, check out some of my songs and give me feedback. I actually would like you to, you know, choose a specific track and ask for specific feedback on that one, and even present some of your concerns of the track. Like, I kind of felt like the lead was missing something, but I couldn't quite tell what. So things like that. That's just my thoughts. Thoughts on Nexus. Hopefully I haven't lost you. Thoughts on Nexus. Nexus is really cool for sampled sounds, and it's hard to describe what I'm trying to say here, but Nexus has this kind of tone to it that makes it sound distinct. Like I don't want to say you could tell when it's a Nexus sound, but it doesn't sound like something synthesized from oscillators. It sounds like something that was kind of like painstakingly a collection of samples and synthesis, and then it kind of got turned into a synthesizer from that. So I think Nexus is really cool. Like for instance, in the previous track I was working on earlier in the stream, I was like, man, I wish I had Nexus for this, because Nexus is the tone that I want right now. That's kind of like the sound I need underneath this here. So I think it's good for like powerful things that stick out in the mix. Nexus, I think it's good for unique pads, but if you just like want a standard pad, like for example, this is not the best example, but like the pad that or the strings here that I have, it's just like very simple strings. Nexus is not so much for that, because it tends to add extra flavor on top, and it has like this it has a more unique tone to it. Like for instance, they'd have this with some sort of choppy thing on top of it, for example. So that's kind of my thoughts on Nexus. I think Nexus is great. Haven't used it too much, but from the things I've heard from it, in terms of like listening to some of the stock stuff and things that I've heard other people do with it, it's got that very distinct sort of sound, and it's a powerful sound. It's a more powerful synthesizer. So not so much for things that you want to kind of fill out your track and stuff like that. So like, for example, I'd use it for unique sounds or effects in trance. And I'd use it for some of the sounds in dubstep as well. That'd be very good. Tropical house, I'd have to use it very sparingly, because it's a bit too big sometimes for tropical house. So yeah. Okay. You're going to test some things in Logic now. Oh yeah. Well, sorry that I didn't say goodbye to you, Desert. There's a space in your name. Yeah, that's kind of, but yeah, thank you for joining the stream, Desert. And, it's almost 1 o'clock. I got to hop off here. I got to make sure that my schedule is all prepped and ready to go, so I can hopefully get registered for some classes for next semester. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining the stream. Wow, this ended up being 2 hours. Cool. But yeah, good questions. Hopefully, I say hopefully, but I don't know. We'll see. It depends on how quickly people respond. Hopefully we'll have, either I'll have a vocalist lined up, or I will have vocals in the track from scratch, so we'll be able to get back to that. But we'll see. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining. It was great having you guys in here, and thank you for asking all the questions you asked. It's the best part of the stream. So see you guys.